everyone. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody had a great day today. Mine was pretty good up until, the last little bit when I had a migraine start to develop, but I've taken some medicine and hopefully we can have a nice little stream today. Somebody made a comment on a couple of videos back, and it's something that I've been thinking about all day, so I'm going to take a couple of seconds up front to talk about it. He mentioned that on one of my Diablo streams that I wasn't talking very much, and that doesn't really make for some very good videos. And for Diablo, it's hard for me to focus on talking through some of the stuff because a lot of it's repetitive. So it's like, okay, we're gonna enter a rift and I'm gonna use some abilities in rapid succession and kill some stuff. So while Diablo is a great game to just kind of like relax to and get little bits of progression here and there, it's extremely repetitive. So I thought about it, and this is a game that I've been thinking about replaying again for a while. So I figured I'd start it today and share it with you guys. This is XCOM Enemy Within, as you can see on the screen. Enemy Within is actually the expansion for a game called XCOM Enemy Unknown. XCOM's been around for about 2 decades now. I think the first XCOM was XCOM UFO Defense, and that came out like in the 90s. And it's had a few expansions and standalone stuff back then. And then back in 2012, XCOM Enemy Unknown came out, and it was really good. It took me a couple years to get into it. It wasn't until after XCOM Enemy Within came out a year later that I really got into it. And I really think this is the superior version of the game. So if you guys do pick it up, it goes on sale, on a Steam sale for like 10 or 12 bucks to get you the whole shebang. It's totally worth it. And with XCOM 2 that came out almost a year ago now, they went back and revamped it and made it even better. So I'm gonna play through Enemy Within, and then we're gonna move on to XCOM 2, hopefully. And my thought process bleh, is that if I can talk my way through a bunch of the missions and stuff, I can talk out moves. I can talk about what I'm thinking and stuff like that, because this is like a slow sort of strategic style game, almost like a board game, like a strategic worker placement attack squad movement thing. You'll take your steps and turns and stuff, and I'll show you more as soon as we get into it. And speaking of, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. This is a brand new game. I am not very good at this game, unfortunately. I enjoy strategy games. I'm just not very strategic about it. My version of strategy usually revolves around, should I go straight through the front and punch something in the face? Yes or no? Yes? Great. Go punch it in the face. No? Well, let's see if I can sneak around back and stab it in the back without it noticing me. Beyond that, I usually run into some trouble. But I usually like to give it a try. That being said, there are 4 difficulty levels. If it's your first time playing, definitely go on easy. Normal is, good for people. It says challenging but fair, and it is challenging but fair. Then there's classic. This is for experienced players, as it says on the screen, and it's really difficult. I've tried a classic, and I think I lasted a month, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. What that means by a month. And then there's impossible, for players who find joy in suffering. This is for XCOM veterans who know the game inside and out, left, right, up, down, forwards, backwards, and can quote all kinds of stuff about it. This is not me. I'm gonna play on normal, just so I can at least show you some things. There are some advanced options that I want to go through. Since it is my first time playing through, for you guys, I'm going to turn the tutorial on just so you guys can experience it. It's got some nice story elements that set the game up. I usually, if it's your first time, definitely turn on the tutorial and do it. After that, you could turn it off, because while it does have some benefits, it does have some built-in detractors with it as well. There's also a couple of like DLC things. Operation Progeny and Operation Slingshot is a series of missions each that have their own unique rewards and stuff. And then there's Ironman. If it's your first time playing through, you might want to leave it off. But otherwise, like, the de facto idea behind XCOM is the Ironman mode, which says play with a single save that is updated automatically as you progress through the game. In Ironman games, your choices and their consequences are permanent. So what that means is after every like couple of moves, and definitely after every turn, it automatically saves. So you can't really go back if you mess something up. You can't like say, oh, I'm gonna move some guys here, and then you get ambushed and your whole team wipes. Well, that sucks. If you turn Ironman on, that's it, that team's gone. With it off, you can go back a couple of saves or whatever, and rewind time. Also, it is more likely that when your squad gets shot and their health is reduced to 0, that they will just flat out die. With Iron Man turned off, as soon as they go down, they'll start critical bleeding out process, and you have a couple of turns to save them. But with Iron Man on, it's actually more likely that they'll just straight up die. So yeah, in an Iron Man game, you cannot reload earlier saves, adding a significant level of challenge to the experience. It's only recommended for experienced players. Like I said, if it's your first time through, probably turn it off. Every time after that, I highly recommend enabling Iron Man. It's just a better way to play, and it makes your choices more give your choices and decisions a little more weight, making you think about it. There is some stuff down here, second wave, which can help randomize the game a little bit. I don't play with any of that stuff on. I don't really feel like showing any of that off right now because I just want to show you guys the game. There is also a really popular mod out there for XCOM called The Long War, which just takes everything, spreads it out, and makes it a little more realistic. Like a lot of the strategic choices and stuff that we're going to see show up are spread out significantly, allowing for a longer game. Make sure that's saved. Yep. And I just noticed that OBS is doing weird stuff, so give me a moment. Let me set up. This is supposed to be all good. There, that's much better. Sorry about that. I had it set for monitor capture. I use OBS for my streaming and video recording. I had it set for monitor capture, which is usually the easiest thing because it just captures whatever is on my first monitor. But every once in a while, certain games and certain windows will have this weird laggy bit, and I didn't notice it right off the bat. So I'll switch over to it. I had to set up a new game capture mode, so there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start game, and we're going to get into it. Those who play with the devil's toys will be brought by degrees to wield his sword. Buckminster Fuller. Really think it's a good idea to check out this thing that just fell from the sky that looks, super creepy and alien. And oh shit! I regret my life choices. Well, you dead, son.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
That was the last transmission, sir.
Patch me through to Voodoo 3-1.
You were being deployed to Germany. At 1900 hour Zulu, several unidentified objects fell to Earth. After ruling out the possibility of a downed satellite, we now believe these objects to be extraterrestrial in nature. Shortly after impact, German officials received reports of mass hysteria and freak weather around one of the impact zones. Then things went dark. At 2100 hours, a chopper carrying a German military recon team went down in the area after they reported being fired upon. As you know, Germany is a member of the Council, and they have requested our assistance. Our mission is to assess the situation on the ground, ascertain the current status of the German recon team, and investigate the extraterrestrial objects. Central out.
Thank you for that briefing, Central. First mission is always in Germany. Always. And this is the mission loading screen. It gives us our mission brief, our objectives, and usually like a tip. So the mission brief: unknown bogies reclassified as intelligent, possibly extraterrestrial life. Unexplained events at impact site. German FSLK 200 LRP reported MIA. Mission objectives: assess the situation at the impact site, locate the German recon team, and investigate the extraterrestrial objects. So we're going to be seeing screens like this a lot as we load into the missions. So we're going to go ahead and launch. Send out a team.
Central, this is Big Sky. Looks like we found the crash site.
Roger, Voodoo 3-1. Any sign of activity?
Negative. Nothing's moving down there.
Okay. Set her down nearby.
Go get him, lads.
Central, you getting all this?
Copy that, Delta Squad. First things first. Let's get you out of the open and into cover. Whatever did this could still be out there. Delta 1, take point. Take cover behind that debris directly in front of you.
Use mouse to select a high level position and right click to read the search. So this is the considered the tactical layer. There's two layers. There's the tactical layer, which is where our squad is, and they will fight aliens and stuff like that. This is where it plays out kind of like Cork. We have our squad here. We have our city here that we can't see too much of because it hasn't enabled all the camera controls yet. And like most of this mission is like pre-scripted for us to teach us how to play. So he wants us to move up here, so we'll go ahead and do that. The soldier can move up to 2 times per turn. The number of remaining moves is indicated by the soldier's unit flag. So moves is really like actions. You have 2 actions per turn. There are some actions that you can get that will immediately end your turn, even if it only costs 1 action and it's your first action. Like shooting will always end your turn unless you get something that tells you otherwise. So it usually behooves you to move first and then shoot.
Good. Now advance to the vehicle nearby.
So as you saw previously, this area was highlighted in blue, and now it's highlighted in yellow. This area shows us how far our soldier can move, and varies based on their movement stats and different like debris and stuff that's around, or terrain features. And now that it's yellow, this lets us know that we are on our second action mode. So he wants us to move up here, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Delta 2, your turn. Move up to the debris.
Alright, so it's activated our minimap. Holding right click will show you all movement positions, while using left click while in movement mode will exit the movement mode. So now we're blue again, but if we go outside of that, we can see that it highlights in yellow and the term dashing comes up. I'll generally refer to some of the stuff as a blue move, so you will be moving anywhere within the blue area, and then a gold or yellow move, which is moving anywhere inside the yellow area when a blue moves a bit. Generally, you can get one, maybe two extra squares if you dash. So if you do like a blue move and then a gold move, we might only get to like here or here. Whereas if we just dash straight up, we can get like 1-2 tiles further. So he wants us to move here, but we can also see if we hold right click, it now highlights the squares better for us to see where we can get to.
That thing isn't going to offer you much cover, but it's better than nothing. There's full cover straight ahead. Advance to that position.
Alright, so now he's talking about cover. So the shield icon that's next to our name lets us know that we are in cover against like enemy fire and actions and stuff. When it's half full, and when the soldier is crouching down, that's half cover. That provides a small bit of defense. But if it's full, like you can see, and you can generally see as you move the cursor around, if it's full, that gives us full cover in that cardinal direction, generally. So generally, from like most squares in this direction, they will have full cover, which is a significant boost, and it's something that we should probably aim for as much as possible. There are some corner places, so like here we would have cover against stuff over here, but not over here. And they'll cover flanking in seconds. So we're going to give that to full cover.
Delta 3, move to that vehicle dead ahead.
Let's just over here.
Central, I have movement. 30 meters north of my position. Police vehicle.
Uh-oh.
Roger. Proceed to the next vehicle for a better vantage point.
Let's just move up here, which is good. It's full cover.
Delta 4, go check it out. It's a long way from your position, and there's no available cover between here and there, so you better double time it.
Alright, so there is cover. Like we could come here and then up if we wanted. But since this guy's already covered that distance and scouted ahead, we can usually be safe to just straight up dash up here. So we're gonna dash. Or gold move as it is.
Holy hell.
What do you see, Delta 4? Report.
Looks like one of the recon teams, sir. It looks like something...
Is that your man, Delta 4?
Negative, sir. That's someone else.
Dr. Valen, what's he saying?
He is saying, help me. That radio transmission is coming from somewhere north of the squad's current position, based on its strength, probably from inside a structure.
Thank you, Doctor. Delta, advance and infiltrate that building. And remember, stay in cover.
Yep. Soldier may cover long distances by dashing. This will consume both moves and end the soldier's turn. Alright, so he wants us to dash up here. That's fine. Normally I would not do that, but I know it's relatively safe because this is all scripted. That's good.
Central, I got a lot of blood here.
Roger. See where it's coming from.
One nice thing, but also squidgy thing, is like back here, we can see that there's a wall here. We can, if we move our cursor in front of it, it sort of disappears, but, not all of it. And some of it gets kind of, squidgy every once in a while. So we'll move it once more.
Central, I think I just found another one of the recon team. Or what's left of him. But this doesn't make sense. Looks like he's been dead for a week.
Even more perplexing is the cause of death. It appears that he was eviscerated when something burst out of him from the inside.
Sir, I have visual on the object. Permission to approach.
It's the only cover between you and that building. Permission granted. Talk to me, soldier. What is it?
I got no idea what this thing is, but I can confirm that it's no satellite.
Roger. All right, Delta Squad. You're almost to the building. Keep moving. Okay, people. Now let's get inside. All right. Delta 1, there's a window in front of you. Let's take a look.
Still don't have full camera controls. Alright, full cover. So this is next to some windows, so we can peek in and see inside. You could always go right in front of the window, but usually only get half cover, and you can get to see just as much from next to it. So let's take a peek.
In position. Looks clear.
Copy that. Get in there and get to cover.
Charge right
Delta 2. That door's in our way. Take it down.
Solid copy.
Alright, so he is going to go right through that door. Right up here on this little forklift. Just kick down the door. He's going to come right through.
Central, we have eyes on the target. He's armed.
Copy, Delta 3. Okay, everyone. Get into position nearby, but do not approach. Doctor, see if you can communicate with him. Tell him to drop his weapon.
I will try. Hallo, können Sie mich hören? Wir sind hier, Ihnen zu helfen. Bitte lassen Sie Ihre Waffen fallen. He appears to be in shock.
Keep your eyes open, people. I don't like the looks of this.
Yeah, these are all bad moves. Normally you would never want, especially if you see an alien, you never want to do a gold move. But we're forced to, so we're going to do it. Up 2. Kimura. Half cover is awful, but...
Delta 3, move in and disarm him. Carefully.
Alright, so we're coming up here. With your face, dude.
What the hell is going on?
Shit.
Delta 3 is down!
My first casualty. My first set of A's. Oh shit.
He's down! Delta 1 is down!
Central! We're taking fire from multiple X-rays!
This guy's got me pinned down, taking heavy fire!
Damn it! Delta 2, you're flank 2. Find some better cover.
Okay. So this guy's using an ability called suppression. Basically just lay down suppressing fire, and if this unit does anything, this guy's gonna get a free shot. Alright, so we got one guy here in full cover, flanking us. You can tell because our shield is yellow, and his shield is red. The shield red means that he has cover versus enemies you can see. Ours is yellow. Even though we have full cover, it's yellow because somebody is flanking us, and the shield is not actually protecting us from the direction where the enemies are. So Central wants us to move up here, so we can take care of this guy, suppressing this surgeon here. This is a really, really bad move, because this guy's still over here, and he's just going to flank us. Anyway, but... There we go.
Alright, Delta 2. Weapons free. Get ready to fire.
Press enter to activate tactical combat UI or left click on the action you wish to perform. So these are our actions that we have. We can fire, we can go into Overwatch, you can use a grenade, or you can hunker down. We are going to take out this alien here. So this is our target. This is the weapon we're using. It's an assault rifle, and it's showing us that it's going to use this amount of we're going to fire. It does up to 4 damage. We have an 88% chance to hit, and a 60% chance to do a critical attack. The question mark here, that'll give us the entire breakdown. So our chance to hit 88%. Our standard aim is 65%. We're getting a range bonus of 23% because we're so close. Our chance to crit is 60%. There's a base 10% on the weapon. We're flanking him, so there's an additional 50% chance to crit. Abilities. This is where we can get some information on the target. However, we need to perform an autopsy before we can go so 88% chance is a pretty good chance to hit. It's something that we should take, but it's not guaranteed. Generally, it is guaranteed here because this entire mission is a good shot.
Nice shot. Delta 4, you're freed up to move. Get out of there and get into cover.
Alright, so now we got full camera controls. Except, I guess, some of my options. Where's my key bindings? Menu shortcuts and all. Tactical shortcuts. Where is it? Oop, too far. Rotate left. Oh, can we not? Q and E? Yeah, should be doing that. There we go. It's just not allowing buttons. So now we can rotate the camera and get a better view of some things. So we're going to move on here.
Now toss your grenade at the enemy in front of you.
Alright, so now we can click on our frag grenade. And this is the aiming apparatus for it. Frag grenades do guaranteed damage as long as something is highlighted. So as you can see, we can go over here. Only this stuff is highlighted red. It means that's going to get hit by it. If we move over here, this guy's going to get hit by it. Let's go ahead and put it directly in his... Well, sometimes this can get a little bit weird. So we're actually going to throw it a little bit behind him.
Now get ready for their counterattack.
Oh,
look out, Delta
shit.
4. There's another one coming in behind you.
And she
Damn it. It's just you now, Delta 2. Let's tip the odds in our favor. Look around for a position where you can flank the enemy.
Finally got rotated. Freed up on a few buttons. So that's a good place for that.
That's it. You have a clear shot from that position. Fire.
And we'll take a shot.
Central, I think that's it. It's over.
Roger that, Delta. Secure the bodies and head back to the Sky Ranger for immediate extraction.
Alright. So, now we're heading back and we gotta figure out where our base is gonna be. We have North America, and if we have We can get a continent bonus. All aircraft and aircraft weapons cost 50% less to purchase, build, and maintain. There's Europe. Laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. Asia. Future combat. All projects in the foundry and the officer training school cost 50% less. South America. We have ways. Autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. Or Africa. Monthly XCOM funding is increased by 30%. The top two that I usually recommend and that are recommended for us by the community generally in the base game is Asia. Foundry projects are really powerful, and Officer Training School provides a bunch of powerful upgrades. And having them cost 50% less is really good. Africa, just a general all-in extra 30% funds every month is just benefits everything. It's only 30%, whereas like this is 50% less for specific stuff. Weapons 50% less. Labs and workshops 50% less. South America is actually one of the weakest ones because you only have so many autopsies and interrogations to perform, and they usually don't take all that long anyway when you get around to them, so it's kind of horrible. We'll get some of these bonuses anyway as we, secure continents around the world. I'm gonna go with Asia because it's, if you've ever played, the board game Risk, Asia is one of the hardest places to secure. But by starting here, I believe we get that bonus up front. It's been a while, but I believe we get that bonus up front instead of doing the whole thing. Africa is just a general, if it's your first time through, just go Africa. I'm gonna go Asia. Why can't I choose Asia? I want Asia. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, I guess we're gonna go North America. For some reason, it won't let us take the others. Labs and workshops, 50% less to build and maintain. Those are pretty good, but I mean, just building and maintaining those is not really that expensive. If it gave us a discount on some of the stuff that we did in the labs and workshops, that would be better. But for what we're here, aircraft weapons, those are pretty expensive, so cutting them by 50% is pretty good. So we're
affirmative. We are coming home.
Which is the US. Lone Soldier Delta 3.
What are they?
Whatever they are, they nearly took out a squad of our best soldiers. If you'll excuse me, doctors, the commander is waiting in mission control.
Their technology is far beyond ours.
Then I'd say our work is cut out for us, Doctor.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Commander to the barracks. Commander to the barracks.
Yes, thank you. Got it. Can I?
Commander,
gotta do it.
The soldier is waiting for you in the armory, which is located there in the barracks. Only one recruit from Delta Squad made it back alive from our last mission, Commander. And I'd say a promotion is in order.
Alright, so promotion icon next to abilities lets you know they are eligible for a promotion. That's this little orange icon right here. So Felix Chavez went on one mission and got 2 kills.
As you know, Commander, every soldier is different. This particular soldier has shown an aptitude for heavy weapons. As he gains additional combat experience, we should continue his training along these lines.
Alright, so Felix Chavez is going to be our first heavy. Heavies specialize in, heavy weapons. They have the LMGs, their machine guns, and they also get their rocket launchers. So this is the skills tree based on their rank as they level up. We'll get some choices to make on most levels, but the first one is always given for us. So he's going to get Fire Rocket. Fire Rocket using an equipped launcher. This ability cannot be used after moving, nor more than once per mission. So we're going to give him...
This soldier will now carry a rocket launcher, in addition to his standard weapon. The aliens won't know what hit him.
Never know what hit him.
Oh, Dr. Valen asked to see you in the research labs, Commander. It sounded important.
Thank you, Brad.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
I'll get to it, thanks. Hey Caleb, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Let's go see what Valen wants.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Glad to hear you're doing well, Caleb. I'm doing pretty well. My migraine medicine is starting to kick in, so I'm feeling better than I was, half an hour ago. Alright, so this is the research section. This is where we research new technologies and weapons, and research what we pick off the alien bodies. So we have 3 available for us right now. Xenobiology, weapon fragments, and alien materials. They will let us know how long it's going to take. For example, xenobiology is going to take us currently about 8 days. It's going to cost us 3 sectoid corpses. It's currently in red because we are short 1 sectoid corpse. We could go with weapon fragments or alien materials. Weapon fragments will give us an upgrade to weapons. Alien materials is going to lead us down the armor upgrade lines. I like to go for weapons first because a dead alien does not do any damage to you. So my philosophy is kill it before it kills you. Plus they are both going to take the same amount of time. So we're just going to go for the weapon fragments.
Thank you, Commander. This research will take some time. We will notify you once it is complete.
Commander to mission control. Commander to
It sounds like you are needed elsewhere. Farewell, Commander. If you recover any additional artifacts during your field operations, I would be quite eager to study them.
Yeah, I bet you will, Val.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
Alright, I guess we're set on our next bit already. I'll go over the rest of the stuff as it pops up after this mission.
The enemy is testing our capabilities, Commander. We've gotten reports of simultaneous attacks in 2 different countries. We can only respond to one. The country we help will donate more resources to our cause. But the panic level of the country we choose not to help will rise. It's not an easy decision, Commander, but it's one you'll have to make.
Alright, so our monthly abductions. Alright, so this is the mission select screen. These are the locations, and this is a summary of the mission that we're going. So there's one in the United States. This is its current panic level, the difficulty, and the reward that we're going to get for it. So we have one in LA and one in Hong Kong. Usually, I will choose things based off of the panic level and the reward. Since these guys are both in low panic, the scientist boost, which will decrease research times on things, is a bigger bonus than the 200 credits, monies, dollars, things, whatever. So we are going to go for the United States one.
Understood. The troops are waiting for you in the hangar. Commander, before deploying our squad, you can choose which soldiers to send out there. I've taken the liberty of calling up our veteran. His combat experience makes him invaluable on the battlefield.
Okay. So this is the squad loadout screen. You can see our squad that we're going to take out before we send them out. As you can see, we have 4 currently. We can increase that up to 6 through some upgrades that we can get later. These guys are recruits. They are the base level. They have no experience. And then our squatty are heavy. So we're going to edit him now that I have a chance. Take care of that. His loadout, he gets some basic body armor, the LMG, a rocket launcher, and a frag grenade, because I don't have anything else, unfortunately. I'm going to customize him slightly. Color. He is going to be... I usually color code my guys just so that I can see them on the field a little bit better, because there's only 4 classes. So my heavies are usually a bright red, red and yellow, to signify that they have some big heavy weapons. They're gonna blow some shit up. We'll unlock some armor later for him. That's some better armor, so we'll take him with that. And then the other guys are just in the standard fatigue greens. We don't have anything extra, so we're going to go ahead and launch the mission.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
All right. So this is something that's is important. The time. This takes place in an accelerated time, but it always keeps track of date and time. So as you can see, it is currently March 1st, 2015 when XCOM project started. It's 1:51 in the morning. And we'll go ahead and land. That's it? No mission briefing? Usually, like, one of the guys will pop up and give us a little tidbit. So we're going into Operation Bloody Hero out in Los Angeles, United States. Mission brief. Alien abduction in process. Site is clear of civilians. Collateral damage not a concern. Mission objectives. Neutralize all hostile targets. So kill all the aliens. Let's send them down. I believe, since this is the very second mission that's first on us, this is probably the meld tutorial.
Hold on, soldier. Before you move out, let's see what's inside that building. Your squad mate is closer, so let him check it out.
Okay. Use left shift and tab to change the current soldier selected. You can also select them by left-clicking on them. The left-clicking on them is unreliable at best. I have tried to, in many cases, like I'm highlighting this guy currently, try to click on this one, only to have this guy move. So it's always best to like cycle with tab, or left shift doesn't work, so I think just tab. Oh, because we've selected the person that we wanted. And he's going to force us to move over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now open the door. Quietly, so you don't reveal your position to the enemy.
Alright, press V or left click on the door, which has the little door icon. Unlike kicking in a door like we did last time, opening will not reveal your location, but will instead carefully show you what's inside.
Okay. Now take cover inside.
Alright.
Alright. Now I want a man on the roof of that building. See if you can find a way up there, soldier.
Alright. Change elevations, which is what I'm doing now. And you can usually tell what elevation you're on by going to a building and trying to move your cursor in it. It will move inside or above it depending on where you are in your elevations. as you can see here, our little blue line seems to go up this pipe, or the orange line up the ladder here. And that allows us to get on top of the roof. No matter how high up you go on an elevation, your cursor will always go to the lowest point on that rope. So this is ground level. This is one floor up, which is the roof here. This is second floor. This is third floor up. But we can still only go as high as this. No problem, Caleb. Catch you later. Hope to see you again, or you check this out later. But thanks for joining me. Alright, so we're going to send our heavy up here. It's half cover, but we're on the roof, so it'll give us some extra vision.
The rest of you, advance toward the enemy and get into cover. Hold your fire until I give the word.
Alright. So, unfortunately, this is the problem with dashing up with gold moves. This guy is up here with no chance for like cover and no support. And we just have these two guys back here. Unfortunately, they do have all their stuff, like all their actions and stuff, but we're not in range to really do anything about it. I would like to get some full cover on these guys and still be able to do some stuff. She's going to progress through the building, which is nice. We're too far and exposed to go all the way around. It only covers this narrow thing that's not going to give us sight on anything. I could swing them around here, but since they've already spotted our heavy up top, they're going to take shots at him unless we present an alternative. So I think Vega can safely dash up here. It'll give us some full cover and some potential firing angles on them.
Paso ligero.
Yep. And then Santiago, I don't think he's going to have vision here unless they move up. But I would like to put him in Overwatch in case somebody tries to run this way or even come up here. Overwatch puts you in a ready-to-fire state. You fire on the first enemy that moves within your line of sight with a small aim penalty. I think it's like -10. Apparently, I can't do that. I guess I will move him one more. That's actually not that bad. That's bad. That is ridiculously bad. That alien has just destroyed his cover. It's good that only one of them activated. Had this guy taken a shot, he could have easily killed that guy, because now his cover is completely gone and he's exposed. Alright, he wants us to fire on somebody. So this guy is in full cover, or high cover, which is a -40%. We have a height advantage, so that's giving us +20. And we're at the LMG, so we get very few range bonuses, but we make up for that with raw damage. Whereas this guy is only in half cover, which only provides 20%. So, yeah, targets in partial cover are easier to hit, so we're going to go ahead and shoot that guy. Alright. Yes, firing from an elevated position is better. Alright. Let's open this door. You have vision. We could come over here, puts us in half cover. Oh, I probably should have moved him, because now he's out in the freaking open. Well, alright, so she is going to come up over here. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to use a frag grenade. The soldiers can harm your teammates as well as enemies. Where the targeting area is yellow, like this, means teammates or friendlies could take damage. So I really didn't want to have to use a grenade this early on, but I goofed up and I didn't move that guy to someplace safer, probably because it wasn't going to let us. But kind of want to just get him. And if I blow that up, that could free up that high cover for us later. So as long as he is red, he's going to take full damage. So we should be able to throw this.
Hurrah! Great work out there, people.
And blow him up.
The commander will be assuming command now as you sweep the rest of the area. As always, I'll be offering tactical advice as needed. And remember, your armor can only withstand a couple of shots from their weapons. So keep your eyes open and your heads down. Good luck.
So we just have these two guys left, and unfortunately they don't have any good cover. Like at all. So we're gonna keep them with the rest of the squad.
posición. Posición confirmada.
They're gonna go into Overwatch. Alien activity. So this is the aliens turn. Alright. So even though he is in an elevated position, that's actually a really bad place for him. So, and there's no other cover anywhere. Unfortunately, there's only half cover between us and like here, and I'm not dashing him forward. So what can we do? Get full cover here. That's really good. Nothing. Let's bring you up to half cover. Just a little bit more scouting. Alright, that's fine. Bring you up here. Still nothing. You will bring down. You're the only one that's fired. I'm gonna take this opportunity to reload.
Adelante.
Put everybody else in Overwatch. Most of these missions, well, some of these missions won't have like a timer, so we can take as much time as we want. Alright, Vega. So I see two to three possible ways that we can go. We could send some people around this side. Unfortunately, we only have line of sight through here, and it's kind of a bottleneck. Alternatively, we could send some people around to the left, where we get some full cover and some half cover here. And we'll see in this area. Or we can send some people around here. There's no real cover around here. It's only like half cover. But we can also like fall back through here, or if we go here, somebody could like flank us through here, and then we're stuck down on this boat. Since it is only the second mission, it's probably not worth overthinking. But we should still take our time. I think I'm gonna send at least one guy left through here because this is an okay position to hold on to. I'm gonna send some other people around this way. Start by moving Vega here, which should kind of scout that way a bit. More Ozova. Okay, the game minimized itself for no reason. Sorry, go back. You are going to come up to this half cover. So this is a corner position. It provides a very wide variety of cover because we have the two shields here, so we got cover from over here, cover from over here. It's only half cover, but these are usually pretty good places to park somewhere. Still nothing. You don't have anywhere to go to. Heavies usually have reduced movement because they're carrying heavy armor and heavy weapons and stuff. Let's put you in full cover. dash, but it's full cover. Actually, let's go here and do this. It's always a better idea to do a blue move, even though it's only one space away. If we would have dashed here and revealed a crap ton of aliens, he has nothing to do except sit there. Whereas if we go here at a blue move and we reveal some enemies, well, now he can fall back if he needs to, which hopefully could draw some aliens in to where these guys can take care of him. So he can go there. He wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. Sends you left with Vega. Since we gotta know that position is safe, I feel okay dashing. One thing that I didn't point out earlier, but you always, unless otherwise specified, have a pistol. Pistols never run out of ammunition. They have reduced range, reduced damage, and slightly reduced accuracy, like they have extreme range penalties. But if you need to take a shot, like you just need to put like 1 or 2 extra damage on somebody, and you're out of grenades, and you're out of ammo, and you're out of actions, you can always switch to a pistol as backup. So we're going to do Overwatch. What spaces do we have good? That's half cover. I really don't want to put my heavy in half cover. You can go here. What that might actually reveal, and I don't know if we're ready to reveal yet. Let's actually... could take the full cover. Nothing yet. Just move you up a little bit.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
Then that's actually pretty safe. It's not going to reveal anybody in here. It'll get him closer to potentially setting up here on his next turn, and it'll give us a little bit more vision over here.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
And you really don't have anywhere to go.
Afirmativo.
So I'll just set you up here. Overwatch it, buddy. Okay, now we are actually in a decent position. To review. You can use the movement squares to scout for enemies. Looks like they want us to move here. This is usually a sign of a place that you want to go to, like it'll trigger something. So that's probably where it wants us to go, and there's probably more enemies way back here. But it's been so long that I don't remember what's going on, and I kind of want to get in the habit of playing it safe up front. So we're going to do it this way. The best way to potentially reveal is probably this guy. Put him here. Then we have the decision to make, put one of these guys up here. Put her up there, and then him over there in full cover. Gives him a long sight range. Rockets have a long sight range. You won't be able to use it this turn, but it gives him the opportunity to. Alternatively, we can put our head here. He has some good range on his LMG, should we need it. But that would give us some options. Santiago back here. Santiago Vega and Emilia Santiago. Nice. Vega can come up here, and then Santiago can take this position or come back over here somewhere. Actually, now that I think about it, that would reveal
Posición confirmada.
I'm on the
Es hora de
thing. There we
cascarse
go.
a este mamón.
Sweet children. Alright, so we revealed 2 sectoids, and then they retreated into a building. Alright, I think, so you could come here. Where'd you go? Come here? I think what the game wants us to do is set up some people here so that they can shoot in there. I think it wants us to bring the heavy up there. Could dash somebody up to full cover here. But I think that's a bad idea. I think we'll move the heavy
Estoy en
up.
marcha.
He's got sight. So even though these guys are on the same level, he has a slightly higher, like 27 versus 25, higher chance to hit just because he's leveled up and he has a higher aim stats. You don't have range to hit him. I think so. You should. I don't think these guys have grenades this early. But I don't want to reveal him yet. I don't have anywhere else to put him, so we'll just put him over here in the corner. And then I would like to move you up as well. So you can be ready to take some other cover as well. I think if we're too far to grenade them, they're too far to grenade us. So I feel safe putting over in the corner there. And then we're gonna Overwatch. Hunker down. Hunker doubles the cover bonus and provides immunity to critical hits. It reduces sight radius because you're, hunkering down and presumably covering your head or whatnot. But the immunity to critical hits, like even though we're behind cover and they can't see us to shoot us anyway, it's still pretty good. So, and then this shows you that the ring is the sight radius now. Anything beyond that, even though it's out in the open, like right here, in direct line of sight, you couldn't see it. And you are going to Overwatch. Yeah.
You're okay, soldier.
Oh, snap.
But another one like that, and that'll be the end of you. Make sure to stay in cover.
Alright.
Commander, our veteran's rocket launcher should make easy work of the structure the aliens are using for cover. And if we're lucky, it'll take out the aliens along with it. That is, if it hits.
So what happened here was one sectoid used an ability called Mind Merge on the other one. And if you look a little bit, you can see where it's originated from. So he's just on the other side here. That provides accuracy and damage bonuses to this guy, so he becomes more dangerous, which is why he was able to hit us through full cover. We can't actually, can I? Alright, so this is the rocket. It should fly to its destination with a 90% accuracy. There is the ability for it to fly wildly off targets, and at some points the shot is blocked. So usually, if a shot is blocked, you want to hit something. You should just go up in elevation because this is a spherical detonation. Let's see if I can put it. One of the walls right there. Let's do it. That's a big rocket anyway, so. And it's gonna explode through walls, so I will just put it there.
Boom, boom, bang.
On target.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Alright, so normally you don't want to blow up, like use explosives on enemies, because you recover nothing from them, because they're just a bloody mess. You usually want to like shoot them with weapons, because you can recover stuff from somebody that has a few bullet holes in them. It's harder to recover stuff when they're just pink mist. So this is the mission complete screen. Summary of what it was. Aliens killed 4. Excellent. Operatives lost 0. Excellent. That's probably going to change later on in the game. Alright, normally you want to spread out the kills so that people get experience. Like, these guys got a tiny bit of experience for showing up to the mission, but because she got 1 kill, she got a promotion. Usually only need 1 kill to go from recruit to squaddie, and then it'll just go up from there. So, on this screen it shows us, since recruit Vega was shot, but not killed, he was wounded, and he's going to be 8 days out recovering. So he will be unavailable to send on missions because he's recovering from his alien laser blasts. And this is good because recruit Marina Morozova was assigned to the support class. So the support class is, it's a support. Their first ability is a smoke grenade, which deploys a smoke grenade once per mission. The smoke confers a plus 20 defense to all units, not just allies, and lasts through the enemy turn. So it lasts 1 full turn, at least, and provides plus 20 defense. But it also, if I remember correctly, reduces accuracy as well. So even though we are in it with a plus 20 defense to get shots, because we got smoke in our eyes, it's harder to shoot out. I don't know if I'm remembering something from like the Long War mod, or from the base game, but...
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Alright, so these are the artifacts. We have 2 secondary corpses that we did not blow up, and some of their weapon fragments. Most of the alien weapons are keyed to their body, so if their body dies, their weapons sort of like dismantle themselves. But we can recover their fragments, and that's important. And there we go.
Commander, we have an incoming transmission from the Council.
Hello, Commander. We wish to congratulate you on your most recent victory. We realize you were faced with a difficult decision in responding to the various requests for assistance. Regardless, you performed admirably. As agreed upon, the reward for your actions has been granted. Farewell, Commander. We hope that you are met with continued success.
Fun fact, the council spokesman that we just saw there, and listened to, really, is the same guy that does the Smosh Games and Honest Trailers YouTube stuff. And he has a pretty funny one about XCOM. So if you guys want to go watch that, you should certainly check it out. So we have a new facility available. It's a laboratory. Each laboratory increases research speed by 20%, and an adjacency bonus of 10% increase to research speed for every adjacent laboratory. Use the build facilities option in engineering to construct this facility. So we now have facility construction available, and adjacency bonus. I'll talk about that in a second. So our council transmission, XCOM squad deployed to the United States, has successfully stopped the alien abduction in Los Angeles. The United States is deeply grateful for your help and hopes that these rewards will be of use to the XCOM project. We picked up 4 scientists. Unfortunately, because we did not help Asia, panic has increased across Asia.
The Council knows you made the right decision, Commander. With the resources we have available, there's only so much we can do. However, our chief engineer did come up with something to help you keep an eye on things. The Situation Room provides constant monitoring of every member nation in the Council. If we allow panic levels to get out of control in any given nation, they're going to withdraw from the Council. And they'll take their funding and additional support with them. The Council's overall confidence in the XCOM project is shown on the primary meter above the main screen, which engineering has nicknamed the Doom Tracker.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
No, I want to talk about the sit room real quick. Hey, I can do it. Okay, so this is the overall situation room. We have the ability to launch satellites, view XCOM finances, visit the gray market, and see any pending council requests. So these are the countries around the world. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. No, sorry, wrong song. United States, Canada, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria. United Kingdom is covered up. Russia, France, Germany, China, Japan, India, Australia. And then we can also see that we have a satellite available above the United States, which is providing a bonus of 180 credits per month. You can also see on the map that we have 2 interceptors there to protect our airspace. After the last mission, because we did not help Asia, more specifically China, panic has increased. These are the panic levels for the countries. All of Asia went up 1, and because the mission was in China, that one went up another 1. If it ever reaches 5, at the end of the month, if it's still at 5, that country will withdraw from the council. We can no longer reduce the panic in there. Any satellite that's over there would be destroyed, and any funding and content bonuses that we can get from that are negated. You can also see, if I go to satellites, to launch satellite, we have none available to launch, and we have 1 of 2 capacity available in orbit. You can also see by selecting a country. Over here a little bit in brackets, it tells you if there's a continent bonus, or it's part of a specific continent. So like China, Japan, India, and Australia are a continent. UK, Russia, France, and Germany are continents. United States, Canada, Mexico are a continent. You can also see bonuses available. So North America currently has 1 satellite, which is giving us 1 additional scientist per month and 1 additional engineer per month. If we get 2 of them up there, we get 2 scientists, 2 engineers, 3 satellites, 4 scientists, 4 engineers, and then you get the monthly bonus. So if we were to launch one in Canada, we would get an increase in 100 credits per month, in addition to, since it would be our second one, 2 scientists and 2 engineers instead of 1 scientist and 1 engineer. If we go to another one, like Asia has 4 countries, and 4 different bonus levels available. And then the continent bonus, future combat, which is not highlighted, means we are not getting that bonus. But because we started in North America, we do have the air and space bonus. Ooh, that's a lot of talking. This is our upcoming events list. We currently have research on weapon fragments, that's 5 days out, and a council report that is due in 31 days. Don't have anything else, so it's going to make us go on another mission.
Commander, Dr. Valen reports that research is progressing in the labs, but it will still be some time before the project is complete. While we're waiting, our local satellite network has just come online, and we can now begin scanning for new activity. The process could take several days.
Alright, so if we have nothing else to do, we can scan for alien activities. We are only scanning for activities in regions that we have satellites over, because the satellites provide the scanning ability. As you can see, when we're in this screen, time ticks on. But as soon as we go out, which it won't let us do, time technically stops while we make decisions. You can toggle your view for it, whether you want it to be like a real topical thing with the moon and everything, or if you want just a strategic holographic view, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to scan for activity, which significantly progresses time.
Commander, schematics for the scope targeting system are complete. They have been sent to engineering.
Alright, so research of the weapon fragments has completed, and as she said...
Commander, with this research complete, my staff and I currently have nothing to study. I would like to ask your permission to autopsy the alien cadavers retrieved from your last 2 field operations. I'm sure you would agree that if we're going to defeat the aliens, we must understand their physiology.
I do agree, Dr. Valen, that is a good thing. Oh, and because I have tutorials turned on, which is probably why I couldn't select Asia or Africa, yeah, disabled for tutorial, it's going to force us to do xenobiology. I would much rather do, like, experimental warfare or alien materials first, but it's going to force us into xenobiology.
Thank you, Commander. I will let you know when this research has been completed.
Engineering online.
It appears Dr. Shen's staff have finally figured out how to turn their machines on.
Hey.
Commander to engineering. Commander to engineering.
It's a nice jab at Dr. Shen. Let's go visit Dr. Shen in our engineering labs.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
I would love to. So engineering is where you build all of your stuff, all of your upgrades. So you use the research area to discover your new stuff, and then engineering to build it. It wants us to build scopes. When equipped, this advanced targeting module integrates with XCOM's active HUD system to offer a significant increase to our soldiers' aim. It costs us 20 credits to build one, and we must have at least 5 engineers available to do it. It's not going to cost us engineers, we just have to have those available. Alternatively, we have medkits available for 25 credits. Field deployable medkit can temporarily treat a soldier's wounds through the use of nanosutures and high-potency stimulants. We give them a nice spray tan. We can also, as you see by the picture of an aircraft, take care of our aircraft here, and then there's a space here for something else that we don't have access to yet. It wants us to manufacture this. I believe... yeah. If we click on it, it tells us the project duration. This is immediate, means that it is instantaneously available. We can also increase however many we want, and it'll show us the total project cost here. I do not want 10 scopes. I actually only want 1 for now.
Fabrication of the scope device is complete. It has been delivered to the armory.
Commander to the barracks. Commander to the barracks.
New items and weapons from engineering will always be delivered directly to the armory, Commander.
Alright. Select loadout. Select the frag grenade and equip the scope from the locker. So scope provides a an aim bonus of 10 to the user.
Commander to the situation room.
So
Commander to the situation room.
67 now has plus 10 is 77, which is pretty darn good because we want our heavies to have some pretty good aim. Sit room, what's going on?
Commander, the Council has requested a word.
Commander, our sources have identified a number of reports regarding alien involvement in the transportation and dispersal of an unknown substance near civilian population centers. It is imperative that you investigate this activity and determine the purpose of the alien material. We will transmit further details momentarily.
Sounds like we better get to it.
Yes, it does, Central. Thank you for that. Alright, so this is a council mission. Occasionally, councils will send us missions that they really want us to complete to progress whatever their own agenda is. So this is council mission Gateway. Latest reports of alien activity indicate a potential shift in the invaders' methods. Abductions are continuing, but eyewitnesses at this site claim the aliens are releasing an unknown substance into the local environment. Disrupt the alien activity and retrieve a sample of the substance if possible. I'm going to launch this mission in just a moment. I need to take a quick break, and I will be right back. Whoops. Okay, I am back. So we're going to go ahead and launch mission.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing your progress.
And we are going to take whatever people they give us, because we haven't leveled up anybody else, and we don't have anything else. Actually, I forgot we got a support. So, supports are... Pass it already? I think I passed it already. Supports are white, because supports are generally healers. You can't see their stuff. They have smoke grenade, which provides cover. They can get heals and some other stuff, so I like to make them white. And I don't have any other stuff that I can do. Because I can't... Probably won't let me go back and build another scope. I don't really want a scope. I would actually rather have a med kit for my support, but I don't have that available right now. So
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
Alright, so something else in the U.S.
Get ready to deploy. Our AO is within the continental United States.
Alright. So I know this one. Operation Blinding Shroud in San Francisco. Alien forces are in the area. Witnesses report seeing multiple canisters of unknown purpose. Civilians have been evacuated. Our objectives are to neutralize all hostile targets and locate and secure the canisters for analysis at HQ. Yeah, grenades and rockets will render unusable any artifacts other than corpses. It will also render the corpses unavailable.
That object is different from the others. It does not appear to be the same type of pod we've seen used by the aliens during their abduction operations. We may gain new insights if we recover it.
Be advised, Commander. Intel confirms enemy activity in this area.
Okay. So this is where we are introduced into Meld. Meld, if it's available, shows up in the top corner here. There's usually 2 canisters. Since we know this one is here, we've seen it. It tells us that it's potentially recoverable, and how many turns until it goes inactive. There's a second canister somewhere. It says location unknown, but if you scan the battlefield sometimes, it becomes apparent where you can see it. Alright, so who is going to claim it? You can't make it there. I'm actually going to send you up front to collect it.
Aye, aye, Commander.
This appears to be a containment device of some kind. We can only assume it has an internal self-destruct mechanism like the other alien equipment. Although it must have already been disabled somehow.
Probably because they didn't expect us. Okay, so what you do with Meld is you have to go up to it, and you must still have an action or move available, and then you just left-click on it.
There may be additional canisters like this one in the area. The more we can recover, the more we'll learn about what's inside them.
Any others you find may still have operational self-destruct modules. Be careful.
Okay. So now let's take a look at the battlefield. If I remember correctly, I think the other canister is back here somewhere. So that's the direction that I'm going to send most of my troops. The question is how to get them there. Since we know this is a safe place, it's safe to put people up there. So
Estoy en marcha.
Our heavy over here. That'll give us a little bit more sight line down this area. I believe there may also be aliens in here. You can't quite make it anywhere, so I might end up putting you there. So let's... you here. So that'll give us a sight line down here. And I feel reasonably safe dashing into full cover here. Get you in range of everybody. And then everybody else is going to overwatch. Alright. There we go. So that little line that showed up means that somebody detected Meld, and it is back here somewhere. Alright. So, the best way to get there. Taking the roof is usually one of the strongest options, because it gives you height advantage on anybody. Unfortunately, the ladder to get up is way over here, and there isn't another one until, like, way back over there. So we might have to go... I believe we can go through the building? There's a door here. There's a door here. I also believe there's a door back here somewhere. Let's see if we can move him up there. And these guys are just gonna have to take the half cover up here. Alright, let's move him first. It's usually not a good idea to take cover behind cars. Because cars can explode. But I feel safe doing it right now. Let's move you up here.
Moving out.
Oh, we found somebody. But it didn't reveal. So there is a reveal radius of, I think it's 17 tiles. Where's the person? And because we were in cover, we didn't quite reveal him. So what's our shot like? 65%. This says that he is flanked because it's yellow, but he's actually in high cover, so you have to watch it sometimes. Alright, there's no cover there. That could get flanked, and it's definitely going to reveal. I think I can move you up here without revealing. Yes. You... reveal? Probably gonna reveal. Put you over here.
Спешу! Вижу цель!
There's the door. I knew it. Well, crap. Overwatch. So he has to come back. There's our Overwatch shots.
I'll get him next time.
That was actually really good. So I believe it was just the one. And because he ran out of line of sight for everybody, he had to come back in order to shoot us. He could have run away, but he decided to run at us. Alright. So now, we're going to try and move people up. You, unfortunately, are going to have to dash to catch up to the squad. I don't think there's anybody up over here. And this is going to block some line of sight. So we're going to go ahead and head up here. Which did not reveal, which is great. And there's the meld. Great. It's inside the building. Alright. Rest of the squad can move up.
I'm on it, Commander.
Afirmativo. Stick together. And then you... feel safe taking this position.
Координаты получила.
You can take a full cover position here, which is nice. You cannot take a full cover position. You cannot take any full cover positions. Your positions are correct. So let's put our heavy out first, since he has the most hit points out of everybody. I believe that's going to block some line of sight.
The energy signature coming from that device implies the self-destruct mechanism is still intact and priming for detonation. You'll need to move quickly to recover it before it's too late.
Alright, so that tells us that it has 6 more turns until it goes away.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We haven't revealed anybody yet, so I feel fairly comfortable, especially since the tutorial dashes people up. Yeah, we still haven't revealed anybody. How far can you get? You can get to a half cover there, which might be.
Ну же, давай!
Yep, it's totally fine. Excuse me. So, Overwatch is just in case. Okay. So now is the dangerous part, because there isn't very much cover. This says provides full cover here, but this thing is quite easily destructible. So what I actually want to do is send her over here. It's full cover, and it'll give us sight lines down here to potentially activate aliens. These guys can move in if need be. Unfortunately, he is still pretty far out to do much. He could potentially take that corner. Yeah, we'll take that corner.
Estoy en marcha. Contacto visual.
And there we go. Just like I thought. Alright, so we know there's one alien back behind this car. And we won't be able to get any kind of flank shot. So what I might do is come way back here with this guy. Adriana Moreno. This girl, I guess. Actually, what I might do is send somebody here to that full cover. Over there. Let's do that.
Выхожу.
Did not really great. That actually might be a case where this alien could come up over here, which would provide a flank over here. So I might not want to do that. But I want to send this person back here. So that they could potentially recover that fairly safely.
I'm rolling.
Could go there, but again, you just get flanked over here. So unfortunately, we don't have very much in the way of good cover for anything. Back here. Test it. Nothing. Okay. Watch. Watch. Somebody's gonna take the shot. 3 shots, 3 misses. Fabulous. Oh, you're taking half cover. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that is actually pretty darn good. I would like for one of these guys. He's got a promotion. She does not have a promotion. I would really like for her to be able to take a good quality shot.
Heading out. Enemy in sight.
That's super bad. I do not really intend on doing that. She's also
got the goods.
In a bad position.
Excellent work, Commander. That should provide us with an ample supply of this substance for analysis.
Alright, so even though this guy is this side of this area, because it's right next to the corner here, it's technically flanked. So what we could do is we could come up on here, provide us half cover over here. Excuse me. It'll provide us a flank shot, which would be like a guaranteed hit. So on
Я пошла.
Yep, there we go. So now if we were to fire, 100% chance to hit, because we have, you can never go above 100%, because really, I mean, what are you going to do above 100% chance to hit? Take the shot. Face.
Допрыгался.
Okay, now we got to think about this guy over here. So you have to fall back somewhere. Because I believe he is back here somewhere. Well, he's got to be over here. So he could come up here, and that's an easy flank. If we were to send her there, she could just get shot at. So I think I might tuck her in the corner, because there's no other way for him, because even if he comes here, that's still an extra tile off from being flanked. And I would love to get her under here, but I can't, so. And there, if he comes up to the corner, he could still shoot us. Let's just fall
on
back.
My way.
You want to tuck into full cover here. And you are going to go, you're going to go half cover. No, you're hurt. We're gonna pull you all the way back to full cover. Watch. Here he comes. He's gonna take some shots.
Well done, Commander.
There we go.
Recovering this material should give us a leg up on whatever it is the aliens are developing. I'm sure the doctors will be eager to get started.
All right. So now they're in the mission summary here. We have a new section for Meld. 2 of 2 canisters recovered. 3 aliens killed. No operatives lost. Just 1 guy injured. Pretty good. All right. Even though she got no kills, because she was on 2 missions, she got enough XP to... Oh, she was only on 1 mission. Huh, oh well. So we now have an assault. Assaults are shotgun wielders. They're usually really good at running up and shooting things with shotguns, getting up close into people's faces. And they have a lot of stuff to support that, like Run and Gun. Allows firing or Overwatch after dashing on the turn Run and Gun is activated. So as long as you activate Run and Gun before you use your second action, you would still be able to fire or go into Overwatch after you use your second action, which is really, really strong. It allows you to... It's essentially a third firing action, like a third action just for firing, which can allow you to dash from the back to the front, get a critical flank shot, and shoot somebody and potentially kill them. Or reposition after a mistake. And then we got our Sniper, which is our 4th class. Snipers are, well, snipers. They usually have higher aim because of it. And their first ability is a headshot. Fire a shot with an additional 30% critical chance and extra damage on critical hits based on the sniper's rank. So their rank here. Snipers, if I remember, no, I'm thinking about that. We'll talk more about some other stuff as they come along. But snipers are really good for like long range stuff. Unfortunately, a restriction of the sniper rifle is the same as the rocket launcher from the Heavy. Is that if you use your first action to move, you cannot fire a sniper rifle. You would have to switch to a pistol and shoot, or go into Overwatch that way. So they are movement restricted, but they put out pretty high damage with their their sniper rifle on the back end. All right. New research available. Meld recombination. We recovered 3 sectoid corpses, 6 weapon fragments, and 20 melds. This new substance is remarkable. It's no wonder the aliens wish to witness its effects on human physiology. If we can direct those efforts to our own ends, however, their experiments may prove a major miscalculation.
Remember, we will be watching.
To the Situation Room.
Oh my god.
Commander, good news. The Council has donated a satellite. Our current satellite uplink facility can support up to 2 satellites, so I recommend we launch the new one immediately.
Actually, I would much prefer to save it. Select launch satellites. Select the country to launch the satellite there. Okay, so satellites are critical for managing panic. It's usually a good idea to launch satellites in the most panicked places because it reduces their panic level significantly. And usually I would recommend waiting until the end of the month, like usually the last 2 days, right before a council report, to do that, because things could happen throughout the month that could raise somebody's panic level, and you can use the satellites to reduce it to help prevent a country from leaving. So like say China was at its 5th panic level, and it's like 2 days before the end of the month. that's a place where you want to launch a satellite. Launching a satellite in a place where it's only panic level 1 is extremely inefficient. You only get the benefit of the additional, credits per month, and whatever bonus down here. So unfortunately, it really wants us to launch one right now because it's the tutorial. So our most panic place is China. It gives us some extra engineers, which we don't currently have. Engineers speed up construction of items, as well as constructions of buildings. Russia's another good place because it has $150 per month. I believe the top 2 places are the United States, which is where we started, but it's also just a generally high one. Russia, and then like China, Japan, at $100. So we're going to launch one over China, reduce its panic level. Confirming satellite launch. The country China, travel time 5 days. So the satellite is not going to come online for 5 days, but the panic reduction is immediate, as well as the monthly funding increase. So we won't be able to scan for missions until it comes online after 5 days, but everything else takes effect immediately. If you are in the middle of the month, you don't get that extra 100 credits. That only comes at the end of the month allowance, if you will.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity. Additional uplink required.
Yes, thank you. Warning, no interceptors stationed in Asia. We have no interceptors in range of this satellite. We will not be able to engage any alien craft that we detect. We should transfer interceptors to this continent as soon as possible.
With this additional satellite in place, we've gained a significant upgrade to our overall coverage. I recommend we begin scanning for alien contacts right away.
Thank you, Bradford. I would like to... can't do anything else, so yeah, satellite operational over China in 5 days. You can always manually stop scanning, like if you just need... I meant to talk about stopping it. But you can stop it if you're waiting on an event. We missed some dialogue, but whatever. Xenobiology is complete. Research project complete. Assign new research. New objective. Capture a live alien. So we need to construct the alien containment facility. Research the arc thrower. Build an arc thrower. Capture a live alien. And interrogate the captive alien. There is a lot of paragraphs that you could read if you want. On the summary. I'm probably not going to read all of it, just for the sake of time. But we can always go back and reread it later.
Commander, based on Dr. Valen's report, I recommend we begin researching the new weapon she's calling the Arc Thrower in the labs. Once completed, we can send the plans down to engineering for fabrication, and then equip one of our troops with it in the barracks. Dr. Shen and the engineering team are also waiting on approval for construction of the containment facility that we'll need in order to house the alien captive.
Commander to engineering. Commander to engineering.
New facility available. Alien containment. This facility will provide a secure environment to house the alien captives, allowing you to interrogate them in the labs. Use the build facilities option in the engineering